to get into that. If you watched the last live stream that we did on Max Shares, it was pretty cool. We ended up finally, I think we ended up with 21 billion, and we've gone higher than that since our live streaming last night. Excuse me, I'm just gonna sneeze there for a second. There we are. So that's where we're at. And so look at where we're at. We're at the 24.75 billion Axion, so pretty epic. $5 million, looking really good there. So I hope you're enjoying that. Let's just refresh the page, get up and running, and I'll post this on Discord, and we'll go for gold for the next wee while.
Get the stunning new Samsung.
So just got to wait for a few people to come on board, and we'll get it straight into it. Hope you're having a good day, and I hope that you've enjoyed your staking, that you've been earning the divs every day, relaxing divs. Pretty cool. This is so looking good, and let's just get this on. I'll just post this on Discord, and we'll get away there. I'm just going to go general. We've got heaps of news coming out. We've got Max Share update. We've got Venture Capital Auction update. So looking really good. Fun time to be in Axion. Price is really good if you want to pick up a lot of Axion at the moment. So well worth getting into. Hope you enjoyed that one. Getting these prices is real cool. And yeah, I think it's pretty epic. So just going to post a few emojis there and get things rolling. Hope everyone comes aboard, and we'll get going. So yeah, nice. All right, so we'll just wait till a few people come on, and here we go. Welcome all. It takes a few things to set this up as we go. Now we're going to get straight into the amount of shares. There are 283 billion shares. I mean, that's up dramatically, like maybe 40 billion shares since the Max Shares started, something like that. It's pretty massive. 555 Club, 24.75 billion, $5 million US worth, 1,622 stakers that have staked over 2.5 million for 5,555 days. Pretty epic, if you ask me. Venture capital auctions coming soon. We're going to do some updates right now. If you are watching live, let yourself be known in the chat. We'll look forward to your comments and your experiences that you're having, so forth. We've got the live auction at the moment. 301 million, looking pretty good. 5.6 ETH in there already. So you can see we need 61,000. Got 10,000 at the moment. So we're waiting for that. Auction buybacks from Uniswap, 38 million. So epic. That's 38 million divs going back to stakers. $7,600 worth. Obviously, we've still got a really good rate in the auction, so if you want to get a 10% bonus, feel free to use one of the links on the videos on this channel. Don't forget, there's a lot of great video selections and folders clearly marked: mining, staking, auctions, all sorts of stuff, personal wealth on this channel. You can check those videos out afterwards. So let's enjoy the live stream as we go. Got a few more people watching now, so it's great, and we're going to get into this in depth. We've got the activity. Let's go through some of the activity, recent activity we've got on here. We've got lots of these crowns here, 555 5-day stakes. Obviously the Max Shares with the flames, so looking pretty good. 3 million, 6 million, 2.5 million. This is all in the last couple hours. Obviously it's going to just the Max Share event's over, so we're going to quickly go to the announcements on Discord. Check that out. So we're probably just live. So here we go today. The 47 ETH for Max Shares. Gas compensation has been entirely claimed, so that part of it's over. But the benefit from staking for 5,555 days and getting that 3.71x shares is still there. We will stop accepting new responses to the form to review all the claims and ensure they are eligible for compensation. If some transactions are being ineligible, we will update the remaining compensation fund amount and open the form for new responses. After initial review, we'll send out the first batch of gas compensation to all eligible participants, so they're paying pretty quickly within 24 hours, which should take longer than 24 hours. ETH will be sent directly to your wallet, so pretty epic. I love this team. Max shares week stats so far, 239. This was at the time of this post. 239 participants in the gas compensation claims. So pretty cool. More than 13 billion Axion stake for 5,055 days. Obviously that's much higher now. And that at the time it was 1,687 ETH, almost $3 million US. 47 ETH spent on gas and soon to be compensated, $82,500. So pretty epic. I hope you're enjoying that one. Venture capital auctions. So this is big news. Before we get to that, we're going to jump down below. Initial review of all max gas conversations are now complete. I've sent out the first batch of ETH to all eligible participants, so you should now see that in your wallet. Pretty cool. 45.1 ETH was distributed, which leaves 1.89 ETH remaining in the pool. We will reopen the claim form at 1 o'clock UTC time, which is 13 hours from now. Please pay attention to general chats. So I'll be posting in remaining amounts. There's just a little bit left there for people that might capture that. So if that suits you, let you know. It may still be available. So let's have a quick look at this venture capital auctions update. Pretty epic. The dev team has been working tirelessly on the venture capital auction coding, and this just only come out, this news. Dev team has been working tirelessly on the venture capital auction coding. It's made significant progress. The base implementation is now complete. That's awesome. And the team is currently wiring up the UI. Nice. The UI is the user interface. It's the front end that we see as users. This process will take almost 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, so that gives you 2 to 3 weeks. So what are we at now? We're 10th of February, so 21 days. That's definitely the beginning of March. So up to the minute, it says 2 or 3 weeks, so the end of February, beginning of March. Then on to intensive testing and internal auditing. So it's great to see that internal auditing and testing. Given the current progress and the amazing work by the team, we're officially on track to launch VCA in the first quarter. Wow! So that's super exciting. And make sure that you've ordered, so that's the end of March. You make sure that you are taking advantage. I presume that's the end of March, the calendar year they're talking about. Make sure you are all taking advantage of max shares a week, giving you the best possible value for the most value part of the Axion, our shares. Everyone's chasing those shares down. As the ecosystem closes in, hey, old man Hex, howdy, good to see you in the chat there. As the ecosystem closes in on 25 billion tokens staked to the max shares, reaching our goal, stretch goal of 50 billion, so it's a stretch goal. 50 billion as a community is well within our grasp. Yet another first for cryptocurrency of many yet to come, all made possible by incredible community. So fantastic stuff. I wonder whether they'll have another thing up their sleeve as well for this. So this is a huge update for venture capitals, following on from max shares. Super bullish, nice timeline there. Reasonably definitive, obviously a little bit of give, because coding and testing and auditing and all that does take a little bit of time. You're just making a good estimate, but this team is pretty onto it, and have been able to deliver in 2021 one thing after another, so pretty exciting. So old man Hex is in the chat. Welcome, it's great to see you. Hope you're enjoying this news. The price is looking, let's go jump to the price. Prices obviously pull back a bit softer at the moment. A few people are taking some profits there. Good prices to get in, get a whole bag of Axion with this coming up in the next few weeks. I imagine we're going to see a rally at that stage, so that could happen any time. So pretty good in my opinion. Obviously do your own due diligence, but that's my opinion. Looking pretty good. We've seen Hex had a bit of a rally. Wise is just pretty stable at 54 cents. So some other staking in the ecosystem is having mixed results at the moment. Obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum doing really well, particularly Bitcoin on the back of Elon Musk doing 1.5 billion investment apparently. So that's pretty huge for the industry. Helps catapult it and really supports the bull market that's in place. So very nice indeed. What we got here, we've got daily volume is definitely jumped 1.2 million US dollars in daily volume. I like that. Yesterday I think was about 680,000, sorry. So 1.2 million is very good. Pooled ETH 1187, 10.5 billion. So obviously we want to get once people start buying, those ratios will switch around. And the pool, nice transactions, 22,790. So that's really good, getting those higher transaction volumes, liking that a lot. And holders gone over 9,000 on here. Obviously, total holders is around 14,600. You can see that on dashboard today. And I said to you that that's a key measure, is the number of wallets. Here we are with the 555 Club, 24.76 billion, and stakes 1,625. Old Man Hex says, thanks, I like the Axion tree project. Definitely. Here's on the Axion dashboard. You can see 1.5 million trees. You can got a little icon in the bottom left there, so that's pretty cool. We can click on that. Led by the Axion founders' passion for reforestation, 1% of the ETH bid into the daily auction is pledged to the Eden Project. For more information, you can check out the edenprojects.org. Since November the 14th of 2020, a total of 87 ETH, $155,000 has been pledged to reforestation. Roughly 1.5 million trees, almost 1.6 million trees have been planted. That is truly awesome. I like that a lot. So that's some credit to you, Old Man Hex, bringing it up. That's something we never forget, and it's a key thing that the managing director said they're going to use, Brian, that they're going to use in marketing is the trees and a renewable aspect of the project. And I think the planting trees and all that is a very practical solution for the world. The main thing being oxygen, obviously cutting down a lot of forests in a lot of countries. Oxygen in the world helps with that process, natural process. And so I think that's really neat. C4, thanks for the updates, bruv. Love the work ethic. Hey, C4, it's all good. Axion's just beginning. We're going to be growing pretty rampantly over the next few months. So quiet before the storm, as I always say. And yeah, bodes well. So looking good. Let's have a look at that M share payout. Look at that M share payout on the big auction. So when the auction's around 300 mil, 250 mil, 300 mil, the payout per million shares is 298. So it's pretty handsome. Oh look, we've just made another stakes that's come up a notification. Dolphin has upgraded their 3 million stake to max shares. So that's just come up. And a Fish has upgraded their 5 million stake for max shares. So they're still coming in, folks. These stakes are still rolling in for max shares. So nice one. That's all live while we're talking here. Hey C4, hope you're doing well too. Hey, we've got getting up there on the number of viewers now, so it's great. We'll just travel on, as it were. Now that price, let's zoom in. I think we can zoom in there, and we're going to check that out. So you can see the full price chart now. So we just bounced off. That 1.2. It's hard to read on my. Let me have a look on this. I can see it on the high lows. 000194. So that's what we bounced off that mark. So 000119, and we bounced off there. So a little volumes, few little volume candles there. Nothing to be long. And let's have a look at the daily one. Here's the daily chart. You can still see we've still got a higher low at the moment. So once it gets down to here, obviously we're back down, but still hoping there. And like we say, with that new announcement out on the announcements, with the venture capital auctions coming out, that's super bullish. And obviously max stake shares still running, so that's going good too. Now remember, there was here, they said 45 ETH it's distributed, which leaves 1.89 ETH remaining in a pool. We'll reopen the claim form at 1300 UTC time, 8 AM Eastern time, which is 13 hours from now. All right, so what time is it now? So that's about just under 12 hours away now, this latest update on max shares. So pretty cool. C4 consistently compounds. Yeah, some people just keep compounding those divs. And obviously with Wrap Bitcoin coming out, I'm looking forward to seeing the altcoins as well. I heard on the Discord that Scott was doing some rework around the altcoin idea. So I'm looking forward to that. Obviously Wrap Bitcoin's coming out with the venture capital auctions, so pretty neat. Once again, I'll just give another read through of this venture capital auctions update. The dev team has been working tireless. Came out about an hour and 45 minutes ago. The dev team has been working tireless on the venture capital auction coding and made significant progress. The base implementation is now complete, which is pretty exciting. They've got to that point, and the team is currently wiring up the UI. Very cool. This process, so the UI will also probably include the new branding, which is coming out, and obviously the website being updated, the staking platform. Pretty neat. I think it's going to be huge. This process will take at most 2 to 3 weeks, then on to intensive testing and internal auditing. Given the current process and the amazing work by the team, we're officially on track to launch VCA in the first quarter, and that's super bullish to give that time frame. Make sure you are all taking advantage of Max Shares Week, and in my view, take advantage of the prices at the moment as well, is what I would be saying. Thank you on the market. Thank you for the best possible value for the most valuable part of Axion, our shares, and obviously getting those shares. As the ecosystem closes in on 25 billion tokens staked to Max Shares, reaching our goal, a stretch goal, I should emphasize, of 50 billion as a community is well within our grasp. Yet another first for cryptocurrency of many yet to come, all made possible by an incredible community. So that's pretty neat. Give it a few little loves there. Francesco, welcome. What's up, my guy? Good. Hey, we've got 10 people on the live stream. Welcome to all the newbies. Let yourself be known in the chat. We always like to hear your opinions, your experiences, any insights that you might have. Helps the rest of us in the community. And some huge news just keeps rolling out with Axion. This is really incredible team and incredible community. So pretty cool. Let's just jump to the general chat, see what's happening in there. But before we do that, let's just go back to the dashboard and we'll check out. We've got 24.76 billion in the 555 club and 5 million, just over 5 million US dollars. Pretty cool. 1,625 stakes. Super successful. That's about 10% of total Axion supply. So that 25 billion over this 255 billion total supply is about 10% approximately. So that's pretty cool. If they can get this up to 50 billion, which is the stretch target, that would be 20% of total supply. Obviously in the liquid as well, they've still got the team wallet liquid. I haven't actually checked how much is in there now. Obviously they had the staking blitz for New Year's that they put up a couple of million Axion for that. So a couple billion, sorry, Axion for that. I think it was 2.5 billion from memory. So that's boding pretty well. But the team still got must be, I'm just guessing, but must be over 35 billion or something in there. So good to have. Francesco Nava, yesterday's Axion Today show got me so pumped. Yeah, it was a good show. And they're doing some nice weekly updates on that show as well. Pretty cool, and getting some good personalities on there as well. And it's very professional and bodes well for introducing new people to the show, to Axion. So pretty exciting. And yeah, well said, Francesco. Hey, so we're up to 11 people now on the live stream. Welcome. Hope you guys are enjoying, relaxing in divs, enjoying those divs. Just keep accumulating those dividends. The price will take care of itself, and the value will just start to climb. And it's not too far away. We just saw with the update on announcements that the venture capital auction is really proceeding really well. That's super huge and going to be transformational in the crypto space. Axion's going to become super well known for its auctions, and it will be the premier place to go and get yourself some wrapped Bitcoin if you get Axion. Pushes the value up of your Axion, and also get that liquid rewards of wrapped Bitcoin and altcoins. Just not sure of the structure of the altcoins, but we'll wait and see what that is. So just checking up on the general chat here. If you want to set up alert for gas prices, you can do so on Chainlink network, so that's pretty neat. Just check that out. That's on Discord at the moment. I think there's some cool things like that. Let's actually pull up the gas prices and just see what they are at the moment. Obviously that's a practical concern for people doing any transactions on any project on the Ethereum blockchain at the moment. So lots happening there. Let's just run through a few things here. So just a bit about tipping. Not a lot there going on. Hey Jonathan, welcome. Please mute Discord. Oh yeah, I forget how to do that, but I've got unmute. Hopefully that's muted, Jonathan. Hopefully that's worked. Had a lot of beep noises. So yeah, can't hear them now, but good point. I don't actually hear them when I'm talking. Oh no, it's still on. Oh well, let me. I think it might be in user settings here. Let me just. Yeah, I'm not sure which one that is, but I'll have to do it later. I think. Let me just pop out of there anyway. I'm not going to be staying in Discord that long anyway. So 100 million Axion is the largest rainable amount. Okay, so that's that for that. Let's check out the gas prices. I'm going to refresh that one. I'm going to close that down actually, just at the moment. I'll have to work it out, Jonathan, how to turn that off. I tried to turn it off there. Just have to think of the features. I haven't actually really looked at that one. I was going to, but I never got quite around to it. So gas price at the moment on here is 160 on the chart. We see pretty red recently. We had some lower ones around 120. We say lower, but 120, 125. We haven't seen that the lot where we had 93 way back on Monday. We had some not too bad on Wednesday. So yeah, so that's where we're at there. So climbing, man, the value moving around a little bit with obviously with the price of, I guess it's the price of ETH moving that around. So go back to the activity, just see what's coming in there. And yeah, those couple of max shares coming in, stake upgrades. So pretty cool. Oh, here's an early unstake. So 70 million staked, 101 days, served 86 days, earned 9.6 million. Penalty of 11.8 million. Ouch. They must have really needed that to break that. That's a decent holding too. That 70 million. So interesting. Some people's decisions, eh? But definitely still max shares coming out 17 minutes ago, 16 minutes ago. So still flowing through. Stake here 9.4 million, 555. So that's a new one. Stake upgrades. So people are really using the functionalities on the staking. Pretty cool. This person here had a 2 million stake, earned 20,000, so $4. Not too bad in that space of time. Max shares still coming in. A few bids in the auction. Really love these activities because it gives you a good insight. Jonathan, can you explain how the auction price of Axion works? Trying to decide when to buy on Uniswap. Can you explain how the auction price of Axion works? Yep, so we'll jump back to that. So here's the live auction here, Jonathan. So at the moment, I'm not actually on the auction page, so you can use the link in the description below, and not this video, but some of my other videos. Every link's got a little thumbs up. If you use that link, it will take to the auction page. You get a 10% bonus from the auction. And so basically what happens is that you've got the auction amount, which is 301 million today. So this is the 88th auction day from memory, and so it's worth $60,000. So far, 5.6 Ethereum has actually gone in, which is 10,000. And to sell out, it would need to hit the amount of ETH that's bid in would need to be 60,000 to sell out. And the current rate at the moment is, and so of all the ETH that goes in, 80% of it's used to buy Axion on Uniswap. So 38 million Axion's been bought so far, which is 7,500, and that's been bought, and that goes back to the reward pool. So if you're staking, you get a share of those rewards from the auction every day, from the auction market buybacks, and that's in addition to the 8% inflation per annum that gets paid out daily to the reward pool. So the reward pool has two things in it. It has the 8% per annum inflation per day, and it also has the Axion that's bought on Uniswap used with 80% of the ETH that goes into the auction each day. Got to get those words around the right way. So that's pretty cool. So it's only 5.6, so it's not a sellout yet. Just still quite a way to go. But there are 5 hours and 36 minutes left, so you can see the top there. So that's the time left in the auction. It's a 24-hour auction each day. There are 301 million Axion available for you to try and win. Basically, you bid in your Ethereum. If you use a link in one of the video descriptions, you get a 10% bonus on the amount of Axion that you'll get. And so at the moment, the Uniswap rate on the market is 8.8 million. The auction rate is 8.1 million. So you don't know what the final auction rate is going to be until the end of the auction in 5.5 hours. So let's just get the calculator out and we'll do a bit of quick math. So at the moment, it's telling you the auction price is 8.27% higher. So let's just do a bit of math here. So So I'm not sure, my calculator's not showing up there. So at the moment, with the 10% bonus, you'll be still beating the Uniswap price by about 80,000 Axion with the 10% bonus. So that's why the referral bonus is quite good. And so yeah, that's the way that works. Hopefully, let me know if that's answered your question, Jonathan. At the end of the auction, so when you go into the auction, you have to click deposit and put your ETH in. Your ETH will go in, and then you'll get a new category underneath the auction on the auction page, and that will show your entry into the auction for the day. And then at the end of the auction, eventually after it closes, you'll then get the option to stake your Axion that you've won in the auction, and that will include your referral bonus, and you'll be able to stake that for as long as you want. Minimum is 60 days, and obviously maximum is 5,555 days, which will give you the maximum amount of shares. The more shares you have, then the more percentage of the reward pool you will have every day that you stake. So that's how that works. So let me know if that's answered your question there, Jonathan. Yeah, so this price just 0002. So we don't know at the end of the auction what the actual Uniswap price will be at the close. So it's always moving. It is a dynamic target, as it were. John says, thanks so much. One more. So how is our auction price determined? Why is it 8% higher than Uni? So it's determined on the last 3 days, the last 3 average days of the Uniswap price. It used to be the last 7 days. I think it's now the last 3 days average. So all right, so let's keep going here. Let me just pull up. I'm going to pull up the auction page. Let me just go up here. Oh no, that's dark, too dark. Can't see. Oh, let me. Not sure if I've got that on there actually. Yeah, I'll just leave that away because can't really. That makes sense. Thanks so much for your patience, Ashens. That's all good. So yeah, it's an auction. It's fun. There's basically Axion up for grabs. To get the Axion, you have to put your Ethereum in, and if you use a referral bonus, you get 10% better. So there we are. Then the price. So let's quickly have a look at the categories, the league categories. So we've got Wales here at the moment. They're carrying 29.93% of all shares now. So we would have seen with the max shares, we would have seen a dramatic shift in some of these percentages. The Sharks at 42.23%. And they've got average duration of 5.21 years staked. So you can see decent average stake length. Dolphins, there's 880 of them. So there's only 19 whales, 164 sharks, 880 dolphins, and 23% staked of the shares they've got. Sorry, and the fish, 3,000 fish, 3.27, so a lot lower. The smaller accounts, a lot lower average stake. So you can see that the bigger players definitely stake longer. Nice to see, and obviously they command a large amount of the shares, with the fish 10% and 1% respectively, and the crabs there. So it gives you a good idea of what's going on. There's a lovely table here, shows you the percentages and how that's all set up. So it's a bit of fun, more fun actually, that categorization, but it does give you some inside information. And obviously the daily payout per M share is huge in terms of where we're heading. It'll be interesting to see whether they add on the VCAs onto that as well. So with the wrap Bitcoin and stuff. Alex K, sorry I'm late today. Got a couple of my stakes upgraded to 5555, and and even got some gas refunds, surprisingly. Yay! Well done, Alex. So Alex is our moderator. He's super well knowledgeable of Axion, and he's smart. He's getting a whole ton of shares. Going to get a lot of that wrapped Bitcoin and accumulate that Axion as well, and altcoins when they come into play. So pretty neat. Oh wow, that's a big jump. We just jumped, folks. Massive jump. We just jumped 20 to 25.52 billion. So we're really jumping up now into that second. We reached 10%. We're really moving up into that higher amount. Let me just do a percentage calc for that. So 25.52 billion divided by the total supply of Axion tokens. 254. Let me just go 255. 255. That's 10% exactly now. We're at 10. We're moving into that next realm of 10%. So the stretch goal was get 20% of all Axion tokens staked for that 15.2 years. That's 555 days. We are now at exactly 10% with 25.52 billion. We're just moving over that now. You can see the liquid just changed. See that in real time. Staked and liquid just changed significantly. Let's jump to the activity and see what's going on there. Hopefully it's updated. Let me have a look here. Something's changed, and maybe it hasn't. I'm just going to refresh this page and see whether that's updated. So not quite showing through for some reason into the flow here, but that stake just jumped. I'm not sure why it's not showing on there. Over 10% of all coins staked for max. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So true. And let's jump. We got 255 billion. You can see the blue is staked. It says 73.74%. Now stop using the stats page that the green guy made, because he said that it wasn't updating for certain indicators due to changes. So we're pretty much using the dashboard from now on, and so using these as the official numbers. Axion total shares, 285.3 billion Axion shares now. Massive jump. I mean, I think at the beginning of the max share, from my memory, it was certainly below 250. So there's a lot more shares out there now. Obviously, some of the background behind that from the marketing director Brian Punksy, I think his name's the tag name is that that you really want to have if you have a bag of Axion, you really want to have a certain percentage of it that outdoes the amount that's staked at the moment. So you certainly want 10% of potentially staked for 555 days. But he's basically saying if you're under 10 million, you might want to consider, obviously it's up to you, but you might want to consider doing all your stuff at 5555 days so that you can benefit from the wrapped Bitcoin and altcoins and other Axion that's coming up with the max shares. If you're over 10 billion, his recommendation, and you can go back and see the Axion Today video to confirm that if you like, was to do 50 to 60% of your bag at least. So Brian Punky, yeah, that's the one Alex says, Brian Punky. There's something else on the back end of his name, Punky something, I just can't remember what it is. Yeah, so that's his that's what he's sort of suggested. But once again, you got to do what's best for your personal situation and your personal strategy. But definitely a lot of people were trying to capture max shares and get all those shares. And the payoff based on his numbers, and I'm not sure what all of the actual parameters were exactly, but he said the payoff was about 11 months by doing that. So you're actually going to get that payoff in that time. So which means after that you just keep earning divs. So pretty neat. And obviously I think on the 14th of this month, so what's the date today? I'm always ahead, so I've got to be careful. I think on the 14th or 15th, something like that, it's the 14th, the share rate's going to move from 1.09 onto the new dynamic share rate, so which means that you won't get shares for the same amount of Axion. You'll get less shares once that starts moving than if you staked today. So early adopters will benefit, and obviously Axion is still early. It was what, 88 days ago since launch. You can see that here. It's pretty early in a crypto launch, so still inside that first 3 months. So pretty epic. Don't forget, if you do max shares as well, you're going to get obviously 3.71 times your shares, so 370% more shares. You get 20% per year, up for 15 years, so that's huge. And also, you're going to get big payday. You're going to capture all the 5 big paydays as well in Axion, so you basically you max out the Axion benefits. In addition, you're going to get such a bigger percentage of the reward pool for the wrapped Bitcoin and altcoins. So I think the dynamics are setting up. The price, let's go to the price. This price is kind of looking attractive. It's looking attractive. And once people like to buy when the price is high, right? People go, oh, the project must be doing good because the price is going up. Even though last week I could have got the price much cheaper, but that's what people like to do. They like to buy higher for some reason, and then they go, oh, bam, I'm going to do good. I'm buying higher. Obviously, it could keep going higher and higher and higher. And my near-term prediction's always been 0.0035. I've always had that up front in all my videos. Some people say it's going to be 0.1 cent, that 1 cent magic mile. Some people, 10 cents, dollar. So the world's your oyster. But certainly with the VCAs, it's going to transform the value proposition. And so as you can see, the team's layering out these things one after another. You've got the things just layering out. So this max share event, the New Year's staking blitz, they all just came one after another to get that staking up, so you can see what the team's doing, taking off supply off the markets, and all sorts. So you got people staking new stakes that had liquid Axion. They're staking new stakes. You got people restaking stakes that are already in play. So you've got all that happening. You got matured stakes that are being staked for 5 days. So a lot of that stuff's being pushed right out 15 years, and so it's looking pretty good. Alex Casey as well, nobody knows what kind of divs we will get from those VCAs. Maybe someone wants to see how it plays out and upgrade later. That's true, and Alex is absolutely right, so that's why some people will even wait until they see the VCAs come out. But by that time, Alex, I think that the price will have moved and things will change pretty dramatically. So in my view, we've already seen, Alex, I think you can confirm this, but we've seen the 250 million, we have 4 of those a week under the standard auctions for Axion auctions, and we often get rollovers as well. That's why we get over 300 mil in those things, is that and penalties and stuff like that going in there from all the stakes. And so all that stuff pretty much been sold out just about every big auction, what I call big auctions, those 250 mil or more. And so that bodes well for the VCA auctions. Now they're going to be, I think they're going to be class 2 a week at $1 billion, and so that's, talking about if we're doing, it all depends on the market price as well. But if we're doing, let's say we're doing 250, that's 4 times. Let's say we have to do that's like maybe 200 ETH, 200 Ethereum, and obviously they're going to then back that up with marketing as well, which we haven't really had. So the marketing is going to be pulled forward pulled back from April into February, late February. So that's going to start ramping up so slowly and then building up for that. So we're going to have marketing on top of that, and so it's going to be pretty epic. And then it's going to hopefully cycle through. So people will get wrapped Bitcoins that go, okay, I'll go in, I'll get my Axion, I'll get 10% back, and then I'll stake my Axion, and I'll start becoming a staker who gets through all the wrapped ETH from the next person coming in, and so on. So that's the idea, a cyclical thing. And as I said, Alex says it requires a steady inflow of new capital. That's up to marketing, and not just marketing, but onboarding as well. So you got marketing on one side, including the community itself and all the stakers, which will be promoting as well. But you've also got onboarding. How can you make it so simple? And that's where the credit card buying with fiat for the people that don't even know. So they've got to make it so that you can just buy and it will stake, like one little form. You buy and stake, not just buying and putting it into your wallet, but making it so easy that even a novice who knows nothing about crypto can whack out their credit card, pick themselves up, 5 million Axion, and say thanks very much, 1 million Axion, whatever the price, whatever their capital is. So that's how that onboarding, and not many cryptos have done that well yet, right? So they're still quite complicated. People have to there's a phase people have to get on and get used to. Even setting up a MetaMask wallet, got to set up MetaMask wallet, got to then use Uniswap, got to have do the staking. So there's still a lot of things that people still need to know and get familiar with, comfortable with, stuff like that. So But yeah, that's Axion's doing all that, and they've got the thing with Axion too. They've also got a professional marketing team on, right, and which is going to take care of a lot of that. They've also got a good dev team that's already shown that they can do really, really well. And I imagine that team's going to get a little bit bigger. Actually, I think they've got 5 community devs and then periphery ones. But I think that's probably going to even get a bit bigger with new products coming out all the time. So that's the other thing, Alex, is probably new products coming. Insurance products, banking products. So at the moment, Axion is obviously a token. It's a certificate of deposit, and it's with the VCA, it's branching out into mutual fund type of offers. So it's competing directly with traditional banking and investment banks, finance, that sort of thing. So you've got finance on there, lending, leverage, like the other top DeFi projects, Polkadot and stuff like that. So pretty neat. Alex says, I told some of my fellow Axion holders, friends about this upgrade to Max campaign, but they can't get over the 12.5 year lockup. It requires a shift in how you look at it, no longer about token, but the divs. That's correct, and that psychological thing is a challenge for some people, but obviously they're going to get more shares, and the whole idea was that their payoff, based on Punky's numbers, you have to go back and watch the actual video to see all the stuff around it, but it was definitely something like 11 months, so people will have to think around that, get their head around that. Earning over time, week after week, yeah. But remember that the wrap Bitcoin and stuff is liquid. It's liquid, so but you just claim it, just let it accumulate, and then you claim it, and there we are. And hopefully, either there's going to be solutions for the gas fees. Ethereum will get sharding up and running and start pulling down those increasing the number of transactions per second and reducing the gas dramatically. So hopefully we'll get that somewhere like June, July, August, somewhere in there, and rather than next year. And so hopefully that will start playing in. Then they have to do the final docking thing with ETH 1.0 docks into ETH 2.0 into the so that will start to really cement that 100,000 per second and lower costs. But from the understanding, the team is creating a priority for the VCA coding and also looking at the gas fees. So that, and from the TDL's comments, looks like he's preferring with liquidity and features the Polkadot, which is obviously now number 4 ranked on CoinGecko. So I think that's pretty exciting. Hey, we've got 11 people watching now. Welcome to the new people. Let yourself be known in the chat. We appreciate your comments, any experiences you're having. I have had a few comments on the YouTube channel about gas fees. About some transaction issues they might get, where they get an announce issue where it's stuck in pending. They don't know whether it's going to settle. Sometimes if you're wanting to, you have a couple options. You can either cancel it, which you mean to have to go into your profile on your MetaMask wallet, go into settings, then go into advanced, and then go down to manually editing your nonce, which is your index ID for your transaction that you may have done. So by enabling that means that you can go in and change that aspect. And so what you do is you find your original transfer that you did that's impending, or might actually have kind of failed, and then you can, but it's stuck your system, then it may have dropped out, as it were. Then you can go in and send a transaction to your own wallet with no ETH. Don't send any ETH to it, just send transaction there, pay for a modest fee, and you can put in the bottom, you'll be able to put your nonce index ID, and if you send that, that will then cancel the previous one that's stuck in your wallet. So that's one way of dealing with that. The other obviously is that if you've still got the option to speed up your transaction, obviously gas fees are very high at the moment, but that is another option. Or the third one, obviously if it's still pending, just let it run its course and see whether it will actually still settle. The volatility in gas and stuff's moving around quite a bit. So yeah. Alex K says, so write down your coin value as of today, or when you lock up 5555 days, and see how long it takes to get the same US dollar in dividends under a year, hopefully. Yeah, that's the whole idea of behind the Max shares. Well said, Alex. So pretty cool. So there's the price just sitting around that 0002 mark, just above that, almost 00021, heading that way. I think it's going to have a nice run. I want to see it start to step up, Alex, the price to slowly staircase up and Axion get re-rated as more buyers come in. and give it the confidence. But obviously we've got to keep going with those wallet numbers. In fact, I'm just going to go onto the Axion today. Let's check that out. We're at 5.13 million, 25.52 billion. We've got 285.3 billion shares. I'm just going to refresh this page to make sure that it's auto fixing. I've got a whole ton of addresses above there that I've been looking at, so it's pretty funny. And Axion today, let me just let me go to the activity. Trying to find those big moves. Still not showing up here. Not sure why that is. There was a big jump in those staking numbers, and it's just not showing activity for some reason. Normally, it's pretty flows pretty even. So I'm not sure what that is, why that suddenly jumped up. This is some whale's wallet. Not sure who it was. I just accidentally clicked on it, but it happened to be quite a big one. So I thought that was funny. They own 1.1 billion shares. They pretty much maxed out their stakes. Let me go have a look at their wallet. I don't know who this is, so this is a random one. But they own 0.386% of all shares. Pretty good spot to be in, right? Average stake length 5 years. I think that's pretty cool. And this is their share. Just the other day, just yesterday, they made because they made new stakes of 5555. They jumped from a massive like 60,000 to a 250,000 shares up to a whopping 1.3 million. So this is the whole point of maxing for 555 days. They're just getting so much more accumulation, and that's going to follow on when they have rip Bitcoin. So this is some of their stakes that they did. Oh, they've done a few more since I saw them last. So I think these are matured ones. I'm not sure. Let me have a look. Active stakes. These are all active stakes. 2.5 million. There's some. They got some mid ones there, but they did some longer ones. And you can see all the long ones here. These are them here. So 36 is all 5555 stakes. This is whale has done, or shark in case it may be. 106 million, 51 million, 19 million, 16 million, 12 million, 15 million, and 10 million. And they've already captured those big paydays in there already. So instant rewards for the big payday. Obviously, they can't get those until maturity in 15 years, but they're going to keep accumulating Axion, and they're also going to capture all those wrapped Bitcoin and altcoins from the VCA, which is going to become the main event, and the standard auctions are going to become probably slightly bigger. I think they're going to look at 300 mil, and those are going to be on alternative days. So it'll be 2 VCA auctions based on the current design per week, and the rest of the days will have the standard Axion auctions to get more Axion and stake them to get those sweet VCA dividends. So there we are. Yeah, that big stake already instantly got them 3.6 million of that Axion, so pretty epic. Already got 140% APY on that. These APYs, Alex, are going to be insane. So your APY for your Cat 555 is going to look insane, Alex. It's going to look insane. I can't say that enough. It's just going to be pretty epic. So they had 415 million Axion they put in, and they got 1.1 million shares. They've already picked up, was it 27 million in dividends, plus 8.5 million in a big payday rewards. So congrats to whoever this shark is. They've had a couple of little matured stakes, so interesting to see some of the accounts that are out there, and I hope you enjoyed looking at that one. So we're ranked 508 at the moment, obviously with the slightly softer price. We've got 20,765 stakes, so that's actually jumped quite a lot, and that's obviously reflective of the max shares campaign. And average stake size 8.72 million, average stake length 1,198 days, looking good. There's some good metrics. Staked amount 73.74%, and market cap sitting at just under 20 million at the moment. Watch that one change. We'll get back, start climbing back up there again. So pretty cool. Alex says, on my 10 million stake, shares went from 12 million to 42.7 million. Epic. That's awesome, Alex. That's a major jump. So that keeps you well ahead of the average. So that's pretty neat. Just refresh those gas prices, see what that is. I will, as Jonathan says, I will have to find how to turn off those sound effects. It's just a little bit challenging trying to do that when you're on the live stream. So what's that, Gwei, 150, 160. I'm going to pull up another gas site because I want to get, there's another gas site, just probably got it there somewhere listed. I just have to refine it again. Aaron just got here. What's going on with Axion? Yeah, well, we're not sure what's happening with the price, Aaron. I think that the price is really just an opportunity. The market is not pricing in Axion VCA and the success of the Axion staking first the New Year's Blitz and the max share yet. So really, I see this as an opportunity. So people that are picking up, people like to pick up share, crypto when the price is already pumped, right? Don't know what that is, but the old trading phrase is buy low, sell high, as it were. But in this case, for Axion, you want to buy and stake and reap those nice juicy dividends. I don't know. I just see this as an opportunity. If anyone's buying here, obviously you got to do your own, due diligence. This is not investment advice, but hey, the chart's kind of looking like that. So yeah, so looking pretty good here. Just here, yeah. So Aaron, we're just looking at the announcements. We had a look at those on Discord. So we were having a look. Oh, yeah, Discord. We're having a look at the new announcements out. Don't know if you've seen those, Aaron, but we might as well have a quick look at them while you're here. And they will just come out only about 2 hours ago. We'll go to Axion. We'll have a look at the announcements, and we had some updates for max shares. I might as well just quickly read through those for some of the new people. If we had an earlier announcement today of max shares gas compensation, and they had 239 participants at this stage, and basically it was almost entirely claimed. They did 13 billion Axion stake. They gave a few stats, but those have been updated. Then we had the next update about max shares compensation is now complete. Send out the first batch of ETH to all eligible participants, so you should now see that in your wallet. Thanks, that's what I meant. Yeah, and 45.1 ETH was distributed, which leaves 1.89 ETH remaining in the pool. We will reopen the claim form at 1300 UTC 8 AM Eastern Time, which is 13 hours from now. Please pay attention to general chats as I'll post in the remaining amount as it's claimed. So that's what's happening. Obviously got the beeping on. I will try and turn that off in future, so I apologize for the beeping. Now the main thing was the venture capital auctions update. The dev team has been working tirelessly on the venture capital auction coding and has made significant progress. The base implementation is now complete and the team is currently wiring up the UI, so super bullish. So like I say, come back to this price opportunity. Yeah, I think so. So there we are, and the process will take most 2-3 weeks, then on to intensive testing and internal auditing. So given the current progress, the amazing work by the team, we're officially on track to launch VCA in the first quarter. So pretty exciting. Make sure you are taking advantage of Max Shares Week and so forth. So best possible, the most valuable part of Axion obviously is the shares. And as the ecosystem closes in on 25 billion tokens to Max Shares, which we just passed. So we saw that we've passed the 25 billion. We'll go to this one here, overview, and you can see that we are past that. We're at 25.52 billion. So we've passed that amount since this post, reaching our stretch goal of 50 billion as a community as well in our grass. So we reached that 25 billion, but we also, with reaching 25.5 billion, we are now 10% of total Axion is now staked for 15.2 years, 5,555 days. So pretty epic. That's 25.5 over 255. So pretty epic, and a huge success, I think. And if we can get to 20%, if we get to 50 billion, we'll get pretty much close to 20% of total stake. That's pretty epic. And obviously those people that are staked that long will get 3.71 approximately more shares, and therefore get way more of the rewards, Axion dividends, as well as the VCA wrap Bitcoin and altcoins. So that's pretty much a wrap up, Aaron. Hopefully that helps you with that one. but super bullish. I love how the team, like we're saying, the teams has come out with if you right click your Discord servers, you can mute for some time period. Right click your Discord servers. Let me go to that one. I guess you're saying there, mute server for. Oh yeah, that's a good. I might do that. There we go. Thanks, Alex. You're a champion. You're a star. So hopefully that's turned off that sound now, which it should have, since it's what it said. And here's what's happening. Aaron, thanks, man. All good. And welcome everybody. We've got 13 people watching now. So if you're new to the chat, let yourself be known. We'd like to hear what your thoughts, your experiences, any insights you might have, anything that you've been up to, staking, whatever it might be. Let us know in the chat what you're thinking of all the initiatives coming out one after another. Obviously, we had the New Year's staking blitz, which was super successful. Now we've had the max shares. We've got all this designed to increase staking and get people that are committed to the project to get the most shares and get the most rewards. I think it's pretty cool, and it's a win-win there. And then we've obviously got VCA coming up quick and fast in a couple of weeks, and so looking super bullish to me. Price for me, opportunity. Just saying. But like I say, people like to buy when the price is high. I don't know why that is, but that's just saying. There we are. And so I think the moderators too on Discord have been real awesome. So it's great to see the moderators come back to you straight away with a reply. And I think that this is running super smooth now. We've got the website coming up. I want to just go back to that quickly. I don't know if you've seen the new icon, everybody, but we've got the website coming up. It's pretty epic, and we're going to check that out. It's just up here somewhere. Axion network here. So we're excited to announce that we're making serious strides in completing our redesign. So we've got the website coming out. You've got the white paper going to be updated on that too. So it's going to be also designed for onboarding new people. So pretty epic. Let's click on that. I don't know, it's going to be pretty dark. I think you can see that. This new icon, awesome. I've actually updated this channel with that new logo. Put the word Axion. I just cut the paste in and put that in there too, just to make sure it was easy to tell. The icon is, I think, superb. Really stands out in the crypto space, and I love the colors. Looks really cool. And this is just the Axion rebranding. And the new website is launching soon with new staking, auction, and rewards, mining product designs, and new updates. We're also excited to release a revised white paper with most up-to-date token economics and platform. So stay tuned. So pretty neat. I'm liking it a lot. So a lot happening in Axion. There's nothing not happening. So then Axion Today's show on next Monday has got a special show on the share rate, because it's moving to dynamic. So they'll probably happen live on there. They seem to be doing, like, pushing the button on a lot of these new features live on the Axion Today show. So that will probably be moving from 1.09 upwards. So once again, the number of days are running out for getting more shares today than you will in the future with the same amount of Axion. So a lot of price pressure slowly starts to build over time with that. So pretty cool. And just seeing what's going on there. So I've actually changed my username on Discord from Superman Axion Token just to Axion Token YouTube. So just to get more aligned. So that's me on there now. Axion Token YouTube is my call sign now on there. You can see it on the bottom left here. And I don't know if you've been into tipping onto the site, but a lot of people are tipping. And you can check your balance by just checking on the robot. You can add your address as well. Just clicking on the robot. I'm just trying to find the robot where it is. I think it's this Axion bot. Yeah, tip me. So you can just go under there and then just type exclamation and balance. You can find your balance, stuff like that. And you can also add your address. It's probably just address. I haven't checked that one, but that's probably what you do. So tipping's pretty popular in the Discord as well. So lots happening there. I thought it would be cool to do a nice update. 25.52 billion. It'll be interesting to see over the next 24 hours whether this moves up again to another level, maybe 30 billion. We've still got those stakes coming in. This sort of max share campaign will be running all week, and so really it's become, now that the compensation's pretty, besides there being about 2 ETH left in about 11 hours that you can try and claim, go into Discord to check up on that. But if you're going to do a 5 for 5 stake, you might as well try and get some of that compensation that's left if it's still remaining, and then in 11 hours or whatever. But other than that, people will continue to stake for 5 for 5 days, especially now knowing the venture VCA is definitely coming along in maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks, so in that range. So pretty exciting. And yeah, so we're going to do another live stream probably tomorrow, see where this number is at all week, and this is probably the big thing at the moment to watch, and I'll be watching that price as well to see where that moves over the next 24 hours. I think this is going to start to pop at some stage, so it'll be over at Rover, so just waiting for that. Not sure whether it will be another week from now once the VCA gets even closer, so we'll see where that heads at the time. Sometimes it moves a bit earlier than you think, and you get caught out by the move, so we'll wait and see you on that one. Well, I hope you enjoyed this update on MaxShare and venture capital auctions. It's been great talking to all of you, and I appreciate all your comments. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell button for further notifications onwards and upwards, and I've got something new coming up, just got to get it over the line, and it's going to come up on this channel. So hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks Alex again for the moderator and everyone else that's made comments, and catch you in the next one. Cheers. So have a good day. Thought I'd finish with a bit of a musical, but anyway. Catch ya, see ya.